I'm going to wet all my paper up me down there, down there, back up there, whole lot. I don't know why I'm saying down there, up there, down there. I'm just wetting a lot everywhere. Don't matter where it is, whole lot's getting wetted. Right, now then let's get a nice, I'm going to mix, I ain't got no raw sienna or yellow ochre, so I'm just going to mix some with some red and yellow. If you mix some with red and yellow, it goes a bit orange. Stick a bit of burnt umber in and all to cool it back down. So I've just done it. It is looking a bit bright, a bit orangey, so I'm sticking a tiny bit of burnt umber in there. That's not bad. Right, now I've mixed that. Is that paper still wet? Let's give that paper another blast with water. So I need it to stay wet. Perfect, that'll do. Let's take that off because it's creasing. Right. There we are. Wherever I'm doing at top, I'm doing at bottom. Quite far in, and I'm leaving an equal gap in the middle for some light that's blasting through. There, that's sorted. Right, now then, let's go into, I'm going to go into light red. That's a lovely colour. Oh, light red, look at that. That's nice, look. I'll bring that in to there like that, a bit of that light red. Same down here, bit of light red. Same in here. Right, let's get some burnt umber in there now. That's even darker. You see what I'm doing? I'm going from light to darker to darker. So I'm adding some burnt umber in there now. Bit of burnt umber on that top bit there. Bit there, and then down here, look, let's get some burnt umber in. Whatever we've got at top, we need to repeat in a bit down here. There. You know what? That's looking alright to me. Right, now, I think what I'm going to do now, that same burnt umber colour, and get, in my distance, some nice distance trees. Now, because this is all wet, all these colours here, they'll really soften in and give me a nice soft finish. What will make it look like they're miles away, and that's what I'm after. That miles away look. So there, that's that. Let me just go a little bit thicker on that bit there. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do for now. Right, let's give that a little dry. I don't have to go it dead dry, just a little bit. Let me have some coffee. This is best. This is the most relaxing hobby. With a cup of coffee at side on you. When your paint's out, you couldn't get a better hobby than this. Right, let's have one. A big one there. This now is another layer of these trees that's a little bit closer. Get that a little bit closer in. So that's some there, big and there, look. Yeah. There you go at this, because if you just like watching it, there you go at it. I reckon you'll end up loving it. It's mint. It proper de-stresses you, if you're a bit stressed out with modern living and all that. It's like me, I get stressed out. I've got my dippy stepbrother Doofus. He's enough to stress he'd stress a nun out. And this is what de-stresses me. Pour a little bit of blue into, oh, that looks wicked. Pour a little bit of blue into that brown. Look at that, it's just sent it like nearly like a black colour. I've always said that though, if you get like a ultramarine blue and Bontumba together, it makes a brilliant dark colour. If you want a really dark colour, better than just a Payne's grey, it's more interesting. But yeah, if you've got a stressful life, if you're finding your life a bit stressful, right, go and get yourself some cheap paint. These paints where I'm using, dirt cheap. You know, if you're just starting out, you haven't got to spend a load of money. Having said that, they're cheap anyway. You know, to buy some, like, some of my paints is artist quality, right? Some of it's not even that. So, you know, to go and buy some artist quality paints, it's cheap. It's not expensive at all. It's pretty cheap. And if you got, like, just a kid, you know, if you just like your kids have had a kids paint set, what's a watercolour paint set, grab it and there you go. You might love this. De-stress yourself, because this is best hobby ever. Right, I'm going to take some of these all the way across. What I'm going to have here, this is just a path, but it's waterlogged. This is our woods. This is my woods where be out with dogs and let me try and get a couple of bits of detail in there. Yeah, these are my woods basically. This is what they look like. So let's get a couple of scratches in. Just put the paint maybe is a little bit wet. Just there. Yeah, and you go down through our woods at this time of year, especially, even aphid time in summer, it's just waterlogged like this. So I'm making this up. I've not even done a sketch for this. Just our woods are like this all over, so I'm just making it up. But if you live in England, I say that because at one point a lot of people from America were watching. But if you live in England and you go down some local woods, they will look like this, waterlogged. Right, let's just keep going with this path. I'm thinking it's looking nice. I'm just using blues and burnt umbers, and I'm just leaving in great big waterlogged areas. I'm going to whack a tree in here on this side. I've dipped into a bit of Payne's grey for this. I'll tell you what, you know what I might do? I think this will work. Let me squeeze that brush out. I've just had a thought. Squeeze that brush out, wash it, take the excess water off so it's just a bit damp. I've just had a thought. Let's have my light coming in this way, look. Let's take some paint out like that. Look at that. Brilliant. Take some paint out. I'll do that. I'll make it a little tree like that, look. Yeah, that looks mint. And then it starts washing colour out, and then put to the side to it in. Take that up there, a little bit there. That's that one coming out there like that. Well, that's just the light coming through and hitting that, and then we can do that. Look, get some little branches and things coming off of it. That's something going out there. Look, make a bit of paint. Look, out there, and there. That one can go straight up there. Another one there. Look, that one didn't go in very well, did it? Let's try and something like that looks alright, doesn't it? I love that. Maybe I could just bring in slightly darker just down right on that end bit there. Nice. I'll tell you what I've done now, look. Pop a nice shadow in across there. There. That's cool. I'll tell you what I could do. I'll get some extra shadows in from other trees that's off the side, look, like that. Some bits and bobs just coming across, look. And a bit there, look, coming across. Yeah. What's that calling it? It's proper waterlogged, this path. There's more water than path. Another sip. Right, I think this side. Here. You know what? I'm going to stick a bit of green in. So a few grasses in up here and all. A couple of bits of grasses and stuff. Why not? A few bits of grass and things in there. Let's go way up there. Oh yeah, look at that. A few bits of grasses and stuff just at that top bit. And then I'm thinking that just peters off there. Like that. Dark enough. A bit darker. There. That's nice. Yeah. And that can just get some just water and pull this down. This is land again. Bit of this just mud. Muddy path. Let's pull this across and just have another puddle. Let's take that across there like that. We'll have another puddle just on that side there like that, look. So that's that puddle. That's my last puddle. My closest up is puddle. There. I've got so much mud in the bottom of this palette I can just dip into mud. You know how they say don't paint with mud? Don't mix your colours because so they get muddy. Well, I am actually painting mud, so this is mud, it's a muddy path. So if you want to, if you've got bits of, I never wash my palette, you know, if you've got bits of mud, what's left over from all the paintings in your palette, now's a fantastic time to dab into it and use it, and that's what I'm doing here. I've got some mud to one side and I'm just using that mud so I don't even waste it. Let's get that. That's that little shadow coming across there like that, look. There. You don't really get shadow through a puddle. So yeah, bits of mud this is. All bits of mud on that. I'm just thinking maybe some more browny colour into some of this mud. It's quite far away, but it's not looking very earthy. So I'll just pop a bit more in. Wet my brush. And soften it a little bit. That's it. There. A bit of texture and stuff. That could be some shadows and things coming along there, look, you see. Oh, that's looking nice, isn't it, that? I like that. I wonder if I ought to do a dry now. Let's do a little dry. That'll do, because I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try and have a go at the same thing again with another big tree. So if I leave that a bit wet, it'll be easy to pull some more colour out. I think I'm going to have a big tree. I should have it there, just there. So I'm going to try and pull some more colour back out with a big tree. So it's lifting that colour. I'm going to go all the way out top with this one. So I'm just lifting colour out there, look. Lifting colour out. And I'll bring it along to about there. That's nice. Right, now I've lifted some colour out. Let's pop some in on this side. That's a nice colour, isn't it? That, again, that is mud. At the bottom of my palette, it's just mud what I've just... You won't think it'd be fit to paint with, but it is, look. Let's have a little tiny bit just down side there. That's nice. And Same again, I think I'll have a bit of shadow coming off it. There. That's just some shadow, that is. There, a bit more bits of stuff in. Still keeping my shadow on off of that one if I can. There. Right. Get some branches coming off it then. Let's have a big one there, like that. That looks good. You know, because it's a dark colour and it's contrasting against that white there. That looks lovely. Let's have another one there. This one, look. See how that pushes that one back because it's darker and closer. I might just put one more little tiny bit just coming out there, like that. That'll do me for that. A couple of bits of grass and stuff in there. A few bits there. Bit of something there. Right. Thinking, do I need out this side? Probably might need a bit of something that side. Let's do something with it, with this rigger. Let's just come from there, look, and just stick an old, like an old dead one in, I'm thinking. Like that. Like I say, I'm just making this up so I can stick out what I want in. That's just like an old, whatever it used to be, it's dead. There's no leaves on it, I know. There, let's bring some, I'll put some grasses there, like that. And that can be like the shadow coming off it. And I'll put a few bits, I can make some green. Some green on my brush. Come on, some green, give me some green, a bit of green, a couple little bits. Greenish colour there, look, yeah, that's nice. That's that. Put a bit more dark down there in a minute as it's drying. Is this dry? Get that bit of fluff off there. Right. I'm going to pop in Peter and Paul. Stick them in. There, that's Peter. That's Paul. Now, let's get little bloke in. Let's have a little bloke in there. A little head on there. Just give him a walking stick like that. And then in here, look, in this puddle here, we've got his reflection like that. And then let's have his, yeah, let's have his dog. Two little legs on his dog. Little tail, look. That's his little head sticking up, his dog there and his little ears. And then let's just dab that into a tiny bit of water and just try to just pull that shadow across. Yeah, just like that. So we've got a bit of a shadow underneath him. That looks really dark now, but when I dry that, that'll fade. Right, so now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Get this rigger brush. I'm just going to pop in some darker colours down here. Get me like a little bit of a bark looking effects just down this side. That's it. Looks good up there, look, because it's contrasting with all them light colours. You know what, I think that'll do. Yep. Right, let's give that a dry and see what it looks like. I'm just looking at that shadow and it's looking a little bit strong, so I'm going to try and dab it. That's better. That looks better with a dab on it, yeah. There we are. Let's put a bit and a dirt on it. B, D, Bertie D. Stick that there. B, D, Bertie D. There you are. There you go, it. Like I say, it's most relaxing, chilled out hobby you'll ever have. And you don't need painting by numbers and stuff like that. This is quite easy, it's free. You can do what you want. You can put, if you're painting this with me, you can think, oh, I might have got that big tree up here to frame it. You might do, you don't have to do, it's not got to be exactly the same. Oops. You know what I mean? You can, the world's your lobster when you're doing this. You're your own boss. It's better than painting by numbers and all that. So, I'll see you on beach.